Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Multi-Radio Pod with Bella Harlin. I'm Bella, and in this podcast, I try to talk about multiple things. But in this episode, I will be talking about Miraculous, ladybug. I think I'll be talking about Miraculous for a little bit now, even though I know I want to make this podcast about multiple things. I know since season 6 started of Miraculous, I definitely want to be focusing on that a little bit and talk about my opinions and stuff like that with it. So last episode, I was showing pictures and trying to help if everyone following along, if you're just watching. And this time, I'm going to probably draw a little thing from Miraculous. So yeah. I tried to make this episode on Friday, but I it got too late, and I forgot at the same time. So that's what happened. And then I tried to make that Saturday because it was perfect, because that's when the episode came out. But then it got too late, and I'm like, well, since I'm watching it on Disney Channel, it's perfect because I'll just watch it again. So then I watched it then, and then I'm like, oh, I need to watch the intro again. So then I watched the intro, but that's all I watched because I fell asleep. But I want to discuss what I thought about the episode. So starting with Lila. Now, if you watch my last podcast episode, I had talked about my ideas for her new villain outfit. I had mentioned the monarch butterfly theme again, but actually orange, and I had also mentioned gray. But if you watch the episode, so by the way, just real fast, spoilers if you have not watched the episode. If you watch the episode, you will see that, for what I can see, her new villain outfit is done with this purple theme. Kind of like Monarch or Shadow Moth, but it's a little bit different. And what I'm trying to figure out is how she's getting her voice to change. And I do think it's very clever that she has decided to not tell the victims her name, which is very smart. Unlike Hot Moth or Daybro in the first episode, and he instantly says her name is Hot Moth. So I definitely think that was a good thing that brought up, was how she definitely hid her identity. And especially with the voices, which I'm still trying to figure out how she's doing that, how she's getting so many voices. That's definitely even more clever, because now they have no idea if it's a boy or girl, which we know it's Lila, which is making me kind of concerned or just wonder why they're trying to hide her still. Because as you can tell, when she was talking but not transformed, they weren't showing her, which is weird because we know it's Lila. We know she had the Miraculous. So it's starting to make me think that, does she have a new look? Like, all the way up into last season, towards the end, she had the long hair, which we learned was a wig. So does she change her hair again? Does she dye it or something? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I mean, I still hate her, but I really want to know. And I can also talk about the theory a little bit about that she's Manon, but grown up, like from the future. Because, I mean, it does kind of look like her. But I'm trying to figure out her grudge against Marinette and why she had decided that she wants the Miraculous. If she's Manon, because Manon was always sweet. And if she didn't do what she wants, she did. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like her. But I don't understand that theory sometimes, but then I do at the others. So I'm not going to completely talk about that theory, but I did want to mention that little part. And we can also talk about the intro a little bit, and for this new episode, it was really cool. I want to say cute. That's cute. And I definitely like the whole fact that now since we've seen the black cat run by, not tripping her, and we see her and Adrian together, which is so cute. But then we see her when it does the little secret part in the intro. It show Gabriel, Hot Moth, Shadow Moth, and Monarch. Definitely entertaining her hidingness. Now, also, I want to talk about the anime style. I know some people were hating on it, I believe, when it first got shown that there was a new anime style. But watching the episode definitely, I think, was super cute. That's one word I said a lot during it, was cute. Like when we seen Kagami as Ryuko, I definitely said cute a lot because it's so cute. I actually am in love with this anime style, and I can't wait to see more of it in the next episodes. Definitely like the fact that we got some cameos with some other superheroes in the midst, even though Ladybug could have just kind of set her boundaries and not try to get away from Adrian. I definitely liked seeing them again because I definitely think that it was, again, cute to see how they look in this new animation style. And I definitely want to talk about a few little more things about this episode. What's the next thing I want to focus on? I'm thinking as I'm doing this. I didn't write it down this time, so please bear with me this time. I needed some time because I was trying to think of my next topic. I should really have written it down. Next topic I want to talk about was the time. I was picturing this season picking up around right after season 5, kind of like the movie, the Edge of Time movie, did. How it picked up literally right after. But as we can tell, it did not. It did pick up a little bit more later. Not sure how much later, but we can see Adrian wasn't as sad as he was in the Edge of Time movie. And we also learned that Lila, or the new villain, had already akumatized more villains. They see Miss Bustier was one of the first, and a few others. So I wish I would know how long of a time jump it did, because I think that could definitely be information that we should know, because I was talking about the whole thing about I was wishing they grew up, they turned 15, and now I'm wishing I knew how much time had passed. I think maybe at least maybe 1 month. I don't know. So that was something I wanted to talk about a little bit, which I wish we knew how long of a time they did. And also I want to talk about Marinette. She, in season 5, when they slowly started dating, like they started to realize they fully had feelings for each other, Marinette was doing really good around Adrian. She was learning, and she was not being so nervous around him. But then we see in this episode, she was really nervous, and she was willing to copy whoever she seen was a couple as best she can, which did lead to an embarrassing moment. I'm sorry. That was funny though. But I thought we had more growth already with Mari, but apparently we need more time. And I did really start feeling bad for Adrian, because he started feeling like it was his fault why she kept disappearing again, doing the disappearing act. And also I want to know, did they go back and resolve the whole money thing, because the worker, the girl who got traumatized, her dad thinks that Adrian and Marinette did not pay, they just kind of left. which even though he did. So I hope they kind of learn that mistake that happened with the wind, blowing away the money. I'm trying to talk about this podcast and draw. Which normally it's easy, but this time I'm not. I'm trying to think of the topics I'm trying to talk about. I mean, I was thinking about it yesterday. Okay, I thought of the next one. The next one I want to talk about is the Thomas. It's the shuttle saying that. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's the little thing. If you've seen the episodes like Bafana, you would have seen the Marinette get her from Titi as a birthday gift, and then later in season 5 we see what it can do, and she'd be able to talk to previous holders of the Ladybug Miraculous, but only what they remember when they were Ladybug or had the Ladybug Miraculous. And at the end of that episode, we see Adrian get his from Plaid, but that's it. We have not discussed anything. Can Adrian see previous cat holders as well as like Mari? Or is it, I don't know, because we haven't discussed anything about that. They kind of keep the Thomas very hidden because we didn't talk anything about it. We just thought of some kind of thing that Titi gave her. But then we learned she didn't talk to previous orders, which then brings me towards the end, which makes me question, can Titi and Plaid, are they the only ones that can give these Thomas to their holders or something? Because Titi gave one to Alia. And Tritz didn't. Which I definitely feel bad for Tritz because I absolutely love Tritz so much. Tritz is definitely my favorite Cromie. But that also made me so think that are Ladybug or Titi and Plaid the only ones that can give these Thomas? Or can other Cromies give the Thomas? They just haven't done it yet. Please ignore my chair, by the way. My chair is loud. Which then brings me to my next thing I want to talk about is the whole thing with, since Alia got a Tama, which made her did the chance to become the next guardian if something happens to Mari, which was brought up, which I do not like that they had mentioned that, because that definitely makes me sad to think that they're actually bringing it into the show that something might happen to Marinette, which then definitely brings up that one theory that I heard once about how the name of the show is Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir, and I believe the theory was something about how this whole show is Adrian telling Marinette the story of her being Ladybug and him being Cat Noir, which she does not remember because she gave up being Guardian. But if they're talking about something happening to her, I definitely kind of see that playing out, and I am a little sad because I don't want something to happen to Marinette. But I definitely think it's sweet that if this is true, and this is what the show is it being her story being told to her, then it's definitely sweet knowing that most likely it's Adrian telling her the adventures and things she's been through leading up to then. I don't know if this is a theory, but it's my theory right now that maybe they're telling this to their kids, which we know is not entirely impossible. Since we've already kind of seen what they would look like. Again, green hair. Throwing off topic there. What's this blonde hair turning to green? Stop throwing off topic. Goodness. What's the next thing I want to talk about? I do also want to talk about the little identity thing, which actually completely went back to my memory, luckily. Was I completely forgot that Adrian knows that Aya and Nino are superheroes. I completely forgot about that until I seen it. I was like, oh yeah, he knows too. And I forgot that Nino knows that Marinette knows their identities as well. Little does he know. Of course she knows. She gave it to him. Um, and then it was definitely cute to see. It was also cool to see the heroes more often, that they're coming out more often to help normal civilians that are not desakumatized, because we've already seen that Ladybug and Cat Noir have done that before, but this definitely sets more freedom for Marinette, or Ladybug and Cat Noir, and definitely like that. But then it got me thinking about identities and who knows who. I was though thinking about everyone who knows Marinette is Ladybug. How many people know? The people I'm gonna name off are the people that I remember knows. If there's more, I completely forgot. Gabriel, technically. Alex. Oya. All the Kwamis. Natalie. Luca. I think that's all. I think that's all of them. But if that many people know her identity, how many people know Cat Noir is Adrian? How many? One. Oh, two, actually. Alex and Luca. Only people that know. Like, why do so many more people know Ladybug's identity compared to Cat? She's supposed to be the main one that keeps her identity a secret because she's the guardian now, but she's the one that more people know. So definitely that's something, because shouldn't Adrian at least have one more person? I mean, I'm not suggesting him tell Nino, because I know there's a little thing with Nino right now. I think, and I know he would definitely not keep that from Aya, unlike Aya being able to keep Marinette Ladybug's identity secret from him. That's like the only thing that she probably won't tell Nino. And also the whole well, she might show it. I don't know. But if Adrian tells Nino, Nino's definitely telling Aya, so that's not a good idea. But then who? Who does he tell? Marinette. Is that the best idea? No. Well, yes, no. Because Ted she shouldn't know because she's Ladybug, but he doesn't know. So I was actually kind of thinking this whole little theory, or a little thought I had, that it was like they've been dating for a while and he just can't keep it a secret anymore. He has to tell Marinette because that's like the only thing he never told her. And Plaid's like trying to talk him out of it, and then he tells her, and then she like just starts talking to Plaid. It's like, you should have kept this secret. How'd you let him tell me? And then I don't know. It's like Adrian's like, how do you know Plaid so well? Like, why are you talking like you know him? And it's like, well, and it's like TP. I don't know. That's like one thought. Then I had another thought that she was gonna run away. But I don't know. These are just thoughts that I have. Like, I don't think any of this is gonna happen. I don't know how they're gonna know. So far, and also so far off of my list, my what's it called? Bingo card, I mark off any? I mean, so far we are, yeah, we're doing more lustwear, we're doing more internet. So that's part of the lustwear, but that's just them. And Lila's outfit reveal. Did we officially get an outfit reveal? Was that considered her full outfit? I guess it kind of is. So like this, I have one marked off already. I was kind of wishing I would have more. But I cannot wait for the next episode of Miraculous. So it definitely is bringing up to the point that I was planning on trying to talk about different things, not just Miraculous in this podcast. But obviously, I'm going to be focusing on Miraculous a little bit more right now, considering Miraculous Season 6 is airing episodes right now. And since it just started, it's definitely new, and I definitely want to talk about it as soon as I can. I don't know the exact day I'll be posting episodes of this podcast, but if I'm going to be talking about Miraculous, the episodes, then I definitely will probably be not Friday, like I was planning. I'm still planning on trying to talk about the Miraculous Love Slayers, like the ships, and I was definitely trying to talk about the whole Sense Monster thing, but unless there's an episode of Miraculous that I don't want to talk about, or I want to wait until the next episode, like let's say a two-parter, I don't know if there's other two-parters in the series, I don't think I'll be really talking about the other topics until then. Unless Miraculous goes on a little break like it has before, where it doesn't a break in between the season. In the season, I pushed in a break between the episodes. Unless I see that, then I definitely would probably be telling about the episodes. The Illustrator was definitely a very good episode, and I also did really like the fact that I think this is how it is for all supervillains, or someone saying they comatose into a supervillain, that Lila, or this new villain, who knows Lila, is letting them, whoever's being traumatized, choose the name, which is definitely cool. Since for her, for the little girl, I definitely think that was so cool and cute that she let her choose the name, because I feel like it's always. I mean, there's some names that was chosen by the villain, but there was like a few that wasn't. I think Superman. Well, I mean it was, but I definitely think that's cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to the next episode of Miraculous. I will post a finished picture on my Instagram and TikTok. But until next episode of Miraculous, since I'll probably be talking about episode 2, I cannot wait to talk to you all again. I hope you all have a great day, and remember to be miraculous.